Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach, and today I am driving a 2024 Jeep Wrangler 4xe Sahara. Up front is a 2.0 liter turbocharged inline-4 as well as a plug-in hybrid system, and down below is an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now I'm super excited to be driving this 4xe Wrangler for two reasons. First of all, I really like the 4xe system. I've now driven the Wrangler and the Grand Cherokee 4xe, which is the plug-in hybrid Grand Cherokee. You can find that video on my channel as well. But the second reason is that 2024 is a facelift year for the Jeep Wrangler. So there are some differences that you'll see and that we'll talk about. And so this is my first time driving the JL's facelift. But if you'd like to submit your own vehicle, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out and I come out to you. And huge thank you to Mike from Jeeps on the Run for letting me take out his 4xe. You'll hear more about him and his YouTube channel at the end of the video. But let's get back to that 2-liter turbo with the plug-in hybrid system. Well, that is what makes this Jeep so special. It is a plug-in hybrid vehicle that allows the vehicle to be driven on full electric charge in some scenarios and in hybrid modes in others. Here's the EPA estimated range of full electricity, which I've always thought was very good, but the reason I like this system so much is because the 2-liter turbo and the hybrid system mesh so seamlessly. I was very surprised the first time I drove it, and I'm still surprised today. I got asked on a live stream not too long ago of what the best hybrid is. And obviously the quick answer is the Toyota Prius or something of that sort. But I think in terms of smoothness, transitioning from gasoline to electric, I still think the Wrangler 4xe does it the best. Like I said, paired to it is an automatic transmission, and unfortunately, although you can get the Wrangler still in manual, you cannot get the 4xe in manual, so something to note there. Last but not least, of course, it is a Jeep Wrangler, so it is 4-wheel drive. So how does it feel to drive the 4xe? Well, it drives like a Wrangler, so you still do get the harshness of the road. Wranglers have never been known for their handling, and that's very clear here. You are driving a pretty unaerodynamic box. However, like I said, the system itself is very smooth. The power is on tap. It's actually quite pleasurable. I still wouldn't want one as a daily driver, but I think this is getting closer and closer every day. So with that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have two physical gauges and a screen. Off to the left is my tachometer. Off to the right is my power and charge. And in the center, I do get a screen that bleeds over into the two other gauges for fuel and coolant temperature, but I can customize it and look at a couple things in here. Nothing really too crazy to talk about, but definitely very cool. On the steering wheel, on the left, we have the selectors for that screen, as well as our phone options and voice commands. And off to the right, we have our adaptive cruise control settings. We do get a really nice leather wrapped steering wheel. Love the feeling of that in the Sahara. Off to the left, we have a climate vent, headlight switches, and gauge dimmer switch. And then we have our powertrain modes. So we have hybrid, electric, and e-save. Hybrid is obviously going to utilize both power plants. Electric is just going to use electricity, and e-save is just going to use the gasoline engine. It seems as though Stellantis is very hesitant to use the word gas in a car that's supposed to be efficient. On the door, we have our power mirrors and power locks. Up above the door, we also now have airbags where we never used to have them in the previous years of the Wrangler. This is new for 2024, and I love that Jeep is still trying to up the safety of their vehicles. And moving into the center, this is new for 2024. We get a pretty wide display, and I really like it. It functions the same way that all the other Stellantis vehicles function, and I love the fact that it does have forward and rear-facing trail cameras. Absolutely love this detail. I think it's very important and very useful, so I'm a big fan. Other than that, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it is Stellantis' most up-to-date system, so you'll feel fresh and clean anytime you use it. Here's what the regular standard backup camera looks like, in case you're curious. Down below, we have a whole island of buttons. We have our defrost, heated steering wheel and heated seats, of course, dual zone temperature, hazard switch, fan speed, tune, and volume. This is a little crowded for my taste, but very useful stuff here. We also have hill descent control and battery and mute and traction off. Down below, we have our window switches, power windows here in the Wrangler. Very nice to see that. As well as we do get a 12-volt outlet. And we have a little media center which has aux, USB-A, and USB-C. Love to see both of those working together here in the new Wrangler. Then we have the 4-wheel drive shifter off to the left, 2 high, 4 high auto, 4 high part-time, neutral and 4 low, and the standard transmission shifter off to the right. We all know how that works. Then we do have cup holders, so we will do a big friggin' bottle test, and this is highly up for debate. I personally say no. I personally think it's a fail. Stellantis themselves have told me that it's a pass, but as of now, I just can't agree with them. Then we do get a little center console, and we'll talk about the seats. Big news with the seats here in the 2024. For the first time ever, Jeep is offering power seats. Now, I know this might sound like, hey, about time. But you have to remember that the Jeep is engineered to be washed out with a hose in case you get muddy. And so you can't really do that with power seats without destroying them. But Jeep has somehow found a way, according to them, that you can get these seats submerged while off-roading and they will still function. For how long? I don't know. But off the factory floor, they are waterproof power seats. Very, very cool to see. They're pretty comfortable. They're heated. Nothing else beyond that. Let's talk about the back seats. All right, so we're in the back of the 2024 Jeep Wrangler 4xe Sahara, whatever you want to say. Couple of things to note. First of all, the back seat is a little bit more cramped than you would find in a regular Wrangler. Reason for that is the battery pack is actually underneath the rear seats to keep it high and up out of the way when you're off-roading. So there is reason for that. The seats themselves aren't super pleasurable, but they're not the worst in the world. I do have some revised lighting up here for the facelift 2024. 2 vents down here, power windows, and a wall outlet, along with 2 USB-As and 2 USB-Cs. So plenty of charging opportunities back here in the Wrangler. Other than that, not anything too crazy. I do have a little pull-down center console here with 2 cup holders in it. No new territory for the Wrangler. However, let's hop out. We'll take a quick look at the trunk and cargo space, and then we'll talk about the looks. Right around the back of the 4xe. Open it up like that, and we can pull this up as well. So here's the back space. We do get our big Alpine speaker, which I really like. 12-volt outlet that works off the battery, so no matter if the Jeep is on or off, you can use that outlet. Very cool stuff. And as you can see, that's where the hybrid battery is underneath. Doesn't soak up too much of the cargo space. You still have a pretty ample amount, which is very nice to see. I also love this JL logo or badge or whatever you want to call it. Plaque, I guess you should say, that's found on all the tailgates. Love the configurations, wheelbases, water fording, things like that. Really, really cool to see. But let's close the glass up first and then bring this around. There you go. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and there are some minor design changes with the exterior of the 2024. The radio antenna has been moved into the windshield. That's that little like bronze, orange, yellowish line on the windshield. That's actually the radio antenna now. But the biggest thing you'll notice on the walk around is that the Sahara doesn't get side steps. So from the factory, starting in 2024, they no longer give you side steps when you order a Sahara. You can option them, and of course you could buy aftermarket ones, but from the factory, for no extra cost, you do not get side steps, which I think is a big miss. It makes it look a little naked, but that's okay. I know the owner of this one is going to put side steps on, and all will be right in the world. That's no longer a free option. With all of that being said, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving another 4xe Wrangler? Let's see how they stack up. Well, I have to say that this is one of my favorite hybrids. I think it does the hybridization very, very well. Now, I'm not a pro off-roader. I don't live in Moab, Utah. I'm not taking this down trails every day. I'm sure the heavier batteries definitely hurt that ability a little bit. But as someone that lives in the Midwest, does an occasional off-road rut here, ditch there, little trail every once in a while, I don't see the batteries hurting, and I see the batteries really helping. These Jeeps tend to stay on pavement a lot, and so why not drive them in electric mode? Why not save at the pump? My only big concern, honestly, is ownership down the road. Do I think this Wrangler will be a smart purchase in the year 2034? No. I think the battery will probably be on its way out, if not dead already. The 2-liter turbo is probably going to have issues down the line. I can't imagine this is a long-term purchase. But for now, if you're going to just lease a Jeep, why wouldn't you do this? It's just smarter. It's a modern Jeep meant for modern times. Believe me, all of us want them to produce the CJ again. I know, a brand new YJ would be lovely, but that was from a different era, a different time. This is the modern Jeep. This is the Jeep that's meant to conquer modern roads, not your Sammy Hagar 55-mile-an-hour highways. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Mike from Jeeps on the Run. Jeeps on the Run is the best Jeep club in the Midwest. Hands down, they do tons of yearly events. They give back to charity. They have dealership and Stellantis support. And so if you are into Jeeps, you have to join Jeeps on the Run, and you have to know Mike. He's one of the kindest, best people in the industry that I've met, and I always look forward to working with him through any of these videos. He has a YouTube channel as well. You can check that out down in the description below. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.